Here on the channel. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at question 27 from the Chemistry External Exam from 2020, I believe, paper 1. Now, the reason why I'm doing this question before the other ones is because this one was the most requested by my students, so that's why it's getting a priority at the moment. Don't worry, the rest of the questions are still coming, and you also would have noticed with all the questions on every external exam, I've been putting them into individual videos. That way, if you only struggle with a couple questions, you can go watch those ones. If you need a chemistry external exam bundle pack, the link is in the description below. But otherwise, let's just get straight into this question here. So, question 27 is worth 7 marks, and a lot of people don't know how to read this table and answer it. Okay, so 4 unknown metals Q, X, Z, and A were placed into separate testing tubes containing 1 mole of a solution with their respective nitrate solutions. The results are shown in the table. Okay. First of all, let's understand what oxidation and reduction is, okay? Oxidation is the loss of electrons. Reduction is the gain of electrons, okay? In this table here, they're talking about not tested, coding form, no reaction, all that stuff. This is information that tells us what is happening when you have these two particular things next to each other. So first of all, hopefully you can understand why they're not going to test the solution against its solid, because it's not going to react at all, okay? Now here, let's just take a look at this bit here. So what it's basically saying is if you have a tube, now it doesn't, they've all just said they're all the same molar, okay? So here in this solution we have QNO3 and we have 2 of them, okay? Now, if you look in your data book, the molecule NO3 is a negative charge. Because there's 2 of them here and this entire compound is neutral, that means Q as an ion itself would be 2+. So when it's in a solution form, there's going to be molecules like this floating around, as well as this floating around here. Okay. Now, let's understand what happens when you place X solid into its solution here. Okay. So here they get some X solid, which I'm just going to go as X, and they dump it. Yeah, let's just add a little bit of thingy here. There we go. Now that's a better diagram. They put it into this thing here. That is what it's saying in this first table here. When you have QNO3 solution and you have the metal X coating as form. What does that mean? Okay, well first of all, if you have a solid and you put it into there, the coating is not coming from this object here because that is how much of the object is there. The coating has to come from the combination of the solution here. So what's happening is a coating of Q solid is actually forming on the metal itself. Now let's understand what's happening there. If Q solid is forming on there, how is it going from an ion to a solid? In order for it to go from an ion to a solid, it needs to, you guessed it, gain 2 electrons to form Q solid. Okay? The only way it can gain electrons is by stealing it from metal X. So as Q forms a precipitant or a coating there, the little ones of these guys are popping off here as well. Little ions of X, okay? So that is what that's meaning. Now let's understand what that means in a sense here. That means Q will steal electrons before X. So Q is undergoing reduction in this reaction, and X is undergoing oxidation, okay? Now, the wording, that means Q is a stronger oxidizing agent. It causes the thing to undergo oxidation. So here, if I look at this whole table, we can see every time that this solution reacts with all the metals, coating is formed. What that means is that Q is the strongest oxidizing agent. So it will steal electrons from all 3 of these metals. That's what it's saying, okay? So here, we have to make a mental list of that, okay? So Q is the strongest. So Q, so in terms of, I'm going to call it, so oxidizing agent. In terms of strength level. So at the top, we have Q, okay? Now here, we just go to each of the tables and we work out roughly where each of the other ones are sitting. Okay. Now, here, when we look at the next table here, when element X reacts with Q, there is no reaction. The reason why there's no reaction is because Q is so much stronger than X that X is not going to be able to steal electrons off Q. That's why there's no reaction there. Now here, if we look at the other ones, when X reacts with element Z, a coatings form, and it reacts with element A, a coating is formed. What that tells me is X is stronger than Z and A. So in terms of the strength, it goes Q and then it goes X. Alright, then we go to the next bit. If we look at Z, we can see there is no reaction, because Z is a weaker oxidizing agent than Q and X. So that makes sense why there's no reaction there. Now here, if we go down to A, we can also see there's no reaction. So what that tells me is zinc, not zinc, just Z, doesn't have to be zinc, they're saying element Z, but I just thought zinc. That's telling me element Z is the weakest at stealing electrons out of these four here, because it can't steal electrons from any of them. So that tells me, if I actually go to the next table, element A should form a coating with Z, which we can see right there. So in terms of strength, Q is at the top, X is at the bottom, Q is at the top, then it goes X, then it goes A, and then it goes Z. Z is all the way at the bottom. So when you're reading a table like this, and it might not be a table like this ever again, break it up into just a single diagram to understand where the solid is forming from. Okay? Now let's actually answer the question now that we've gotten that out the way. That is the hardest part about this question. Once you understand that, you are set. Okay? So now we have the strengths. Okay. A. Identify the species oxidized between Z and X. Okay, well first of all, if we look at the strength here, X will oxidize if it's reacting with Z, because X is a stronger oxidizing agent. So in terms of which species will be oxidized, it's going to be Z. X is not going to oxidize, it's going to steal electrons from it, it's going to go reduction. So Z would be the correct answer here. Right, B. Identifying the oxidizing agent. That's a different word to oxidize in the reaction between Z and Q. So, the oxidizing agent is which steals electrons the most. Between Z and Q, Q is the strongest. So Q is the oxidizing agent. So here you have to put, now you could probably put this guy like that if you wanted to, but I would put the ion form, because that is a spectator ion. I would put Q2+. And the reason why it's 2+ is because NO3 by itself is -1, and there's two of them in this compound. That's why Q is 2+, because it has to be a neutral charge. Okay? Alright. So the first two questions are pretty easy now that we've gotten that table there. Okay? Again, you didn't have to do that, but I would recommend that. Okay? C. Determine the products formed between the reaction Z and A. Okay, well let's think of it like this. You have Z solid reacting with A, NO3, 2. Now again, this is just a spectator ion. Realistically, you've got this going on. So you've got this, and it's going to react with that. What's going to happen is the Z is going to turn into an ion, and this is going to turn into a solid. So here the products, now I'd have to put the whole formats. I would include the ion here with that guy there. So the products form would be Z. You could go NO3 and you could go 2 there. Or you could write Z2+. And here you've also got to state their format. So this would be aqueous solution. And then here I would say A and I would go solid. Okay. Alright. D. Predict the standard reduction potential table for the metals Q, X, Z, and A by listing their reduction half equations from strongest to weakest reducing agent. Explain your reasoning. Well, we've kind of already done that up here, but let's further examine this. Okay. So we know that Q is the strongest oxidizing agent. Now look at the wording in this question here. They want the strongest reducing agent, aka the thing that loses electrons the easiest. So Z, you know, is already going straight up the top, okay? Now they said list it in reduction half equation. So we have to write it as if it's gaining electrons. So here, we all know they're going to be 2+ charges when they're ions, okay? So what we have to do is put Z at the top, but write it like this. Z, oh, I keep writing zinc. It's probably because Z I think was zinc. Z2 plus 2 electrons forms Z solid. Okay? I'll just do it like this. And literally, we just write it from this direction onwards. So next you would go A, aqueous, 2 plus 2 electrons forms A solid. And then here I'm going to run out of room, but you get the idea. It would be, the next bit would be X. So X, aqueous, 2 plus 2 electrons. Why do I keep writing that? X solid, and then finally Q aqueous 2 plus 2 electrons forms Q solid. Now how I knew to write it like this is because they said this. Reduction half equations, and they're written as if they're all undergoing reduction. Okay? If you had any questions about this one here, leave something in the comments or send me through an email. If you want more videos like this, go to the link in the description below to see the playlist. If you need a chemistry external exam bundle pack, the link is also in the description below. Go get your download. And if you struggle with this question a lot, you need to study oxidation and reduction questions. And you should also comment below which bit you got stuck on. Okay? But otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video.